time to maybe workshop some characters I've been working on. I call this first one Squeebo, and it goes a little like this. Hey, it's me, Squeebo! Thank you.
And I feel like I identify as a bisexual instead of a lesbian because I can only watch like one season of Glee. I was like, I don't really need any more.
I seen the dude on Twitter put, I don't care if I didn't have any arms or legs, I would still stand for the national anthem. I was like, you don't know how legs work. And
I'm afraid of a few things. I'm afraid of playing basketball with my boys and my boy dunking on me and his dick smacking me in the face. And then it smelling like something I care about, like pineapples and my girlfriend, you know?
I think that's what's been sort of the success of most comedians, from Red Fox to
Chris Rock,
Moms Mabley,
Dave Chappelle is great,
Richard Pryor.
I love Richard Pryor.
Kanye's dead to me.
In terms of the way that they viewed life, and being able to turn something that is pretty tragic and hopefully turn it into a point.
I also don't understand white people who are advocates for animals who are going extinct but don't understand Black Lives Matter.
Where you can laugh at it and then hopefully change things for the better.
It's satire. Satire is about holding up a light to society, and so that everybody can see it from a particular perspective. And so comedy is just a great way of doing that.
Fuck that! All lives matter! But she's wearing like a Save the Tigers t-shirt. So I would just walk up to her and be like, fuck tigers! All animals, bitch!
It's about waking people up and getting them to see life from a different, or aspects of life from a different perspective.
50 years from now, man, I say, and based on what I've heard from someone who was here 50 years ago to now, I almost feel like it's 2% better. And that's me being optimistic. And I'm almost excited about it being 2% better, because it's like, okay, cool. You know, I feel like at least some things will change. I feel like there's parts of the environment will change. There's parts of the community that will look different than it was in 2018 to when it's going to be in 2068, which is crazy to say. But I feel like it could be. I feel like, as weird as it sounds, 2% better.
Yeah, no, fuck NWA. Fuck it. I hate it. I don't hate it. I love NWA. But I want it to die. I think that when NWA dies, well, let me not say that. I want it to die. But I want it to die for a specific reason.
This place, if it's going to be sort of a microcosm of what we hope that the world is going to be, this community needs to do a better job.
Right now, we need NWA. We need that place for comedians of color to come and just feel comfortable.
Keep getting first-timers on that stage. I think that's different, man. I think that that's a different thing. When you hear so many of the people that we've gotten to get on stage for their first time ever, that speaks to how inclusive and safe we created that space, man. We deserve this, and we're gonna have this.
But I pray that one day we don't need that, because Emerson is just so inclusive. The Emerson comedy bubble is just so inclusive. And when that happens, I want NWA to die. I don't want it to exist anymore. Or at least I want it to change into something else. I want it to accept everybody, right? But, you know, that's a pipe dream.
I really hope that, because I anticipate it's gonna happen at some point. Someone at some point is gonna make a comment. It's called No Whites Allowed. At some point, one of the higher ups is gonna say, you got a dead dad. And I just hope that whoever's in power, whoever's in a position of power for us, for students like us at that time, stands their ground and lets this campus know that
there's so many 20 people of color. You know, it's a question I think of every day. How many Pablo Picassos, how many Van Goghs, how many Shakespeares did we lose because of slavery, right? Because of the Inquisition, because of colonization. I feel like with NWA, we're allowed to reach into this pool and pull out talent. And I feel like we need to do that in more places than Emerson. I want it to expand outside of Emerson. If we can get a No Whites Allowed at BU, if we get a No Whites Allowed at NYU, UCLA.
NWA is probably one of the, if not the most culturally significant thing that happened on this campus ever. Now granted, I don't know how long Emerson's been around. It's been like 100 years? All right, we'll say over 100 years. I guarantee you NWA is probably the most culturally significant thing that happened on this campus. And I want it to remain that, and I want people to recognize it as such. It's gonna take some time, but I think when it's all said and done, people are gonna look back and say, yo, there was a show on a campus with like 80% of the white population, like students were white, called No Whites Allowed, that was doing crazy numbers and premiered some of the best comedians on campus. That's lit. I fuck with that. Told y'all I was getting this shit. Oh, they're not even out here anymore. They're gone.
Yeah. I'm heavy-headed with the shit that I creep. She never said it, but she thinks I'm a freak. I never fret it, but it's cold in the east. I'm a young beast headed for the runway. Always said that we would get together one day. Writing bars and getting better in a Hyundai. All these other rappers looking at me hungry. Yeah, I'm far from luxury. No paper tag, Gucci bag in my Humvee. No A-list stars, handprints on my concrete. No fawns and dawns in the palm tree. These stars are staunchy, yeah, my rhymes are raunchy. Half the people in the back be the paparazzi, but they popping off like the cops that shot me, yeah. Don't count on a star to turn his back for ya. Have the fuckers in rap, gon' spend cash on ya. Got a hell of a mind and an ass on ya. I just got a couple tracks and a rack on them. Racked out about half and I'm back on them. Yeah, I'm back on them. Yeah, I trust you, baby. That's all the facts and the hustle, baby. When we fucking, it's rough, it's a tussle, baby. I don't fuck with crazy, but she fuck with me. I'm the craziest motherfucker between the sun and Venus. I'm a sold out genius. Yeah, I'm far from luxury, so don't fuck with me. Yeah, don't count on a star to turn his back for ya. Half the fuckers in rap won't spend cash on ya. Got a hell of a mind and an ass on ya. Yeah, I got a couple tracks and a rack on them. Racked out about half and I'm back on them.
Okay, wait, hold on. I just want to apologize
On behalf of
myself and my ignorance.
and higher.
And highest ignorance.
And No Whites Allowed.
And No Whites Allowed.
Affiliates.
We're not using this.
No,
Great.
definitely not.
Great. Excellent.
Yeah, no.